Today, we are going to discuss the different types of chemical reactions. The first one we'll be looking at is combination reaction. Let us first understand the definition. In a combination reaction, there are two elements or one element and one compound or two compounds. They combine to give one single product. Let us look at the different examples here. So the first example we have 2 Mg, which is a solid, plus O2, which is a gas. It will react and give us 2 MgO, which is a solid, as the product. The next reaction is 4Fe, which is a solid, plus 3O2, which is a gas. These will combine and react and give us 2Fe2O3, which is once again a solid. The next example is 4Na, which is a solid, plus O2, which is a gas, gives us 2Na2O, which is a solid. The fourth reaction here is 3H2, which is a gas, plus N2, which is once again a gas. Both will combine and will give us 2NH3, which is a gas. I hope you know how to balance a reaction. This will be very useful in writing reactions. The next type of reaction we'll be looking at is decomposition reaction. What's the definition? A single reactant decomposes on the application of heat or light or electricity. There are three ways: heat, light, or electricity, to give two or more products. Let us look at some examples under each type of them. So, the first one we'll be looking at is decomposition reaction, which require heat thermolytic decomposition or thermolysis. Let us look at the first example, that is CaCO3, when supplied with heat, will decompose and give us products such as CaO plus carbon dioxide, CO2. The next example is 2pp in the brackets NO3, the whole twice. Under the decomposition of heat will give us 2PbO plus 4NO2 plus O2. And the third example here is 2FeSO4, which is a solid. Under heat will give us Fe2O3, which is once again a solid, plus SO2, which is a gas, plus SO3, which is a gas. I hope this was clear. We move to the second type of decomposition, that is decomposition reaction, which require light or photolytic decomposition or photolysis. Decomposition using light is known as photolysis. Let us look at two examples under this. The first one is 2AgCl under sunlight will give us 2Ag plus Cl2. The second example is O3 under sunlight. O3 is known as ozone, will give us O2, which is oxygen, plus O. I hope this was clear. The third type of decomposition is decomposition reaction, which requires electricity, electrolytic decomposition, or also known as electrolysis. Let us look at two examples under this as well, which is 2H2O, which is a liquid, under electric current gives us 2H2, which is a gas, plus O2, which is once again a gas. The next example is 2NaCl. Under the electricity will give us 2Na plus Cl2. Let us look at the third type of reaction, that is single displacement reaction. What is the definition? The reaction in which one atom or a group of atom of one compound which is more reactive displaces one atom or a group of atoms of another compound is known as displacement reaction. Basically, this means that a more reactive element will displace a less reactive element. Let us look at two examples here as well. So, the first one we'll be looking at is Fe, which is a solid, plus CuSO4, which is in aqueous form, will give us FeSO4, FeSO4 plus Cu, which is a solid. Second example is Zn will combine with SO4, which is aqueous, plus Cu, which is a solid. Students, you need to remember here the reactivity series. I'll be making a video on that as well. I'll with a trick so that you can remember the reactivity series well. According to that, that determines which is higher reactivity and which will displace the least reactive element. So you need to follow that sequence or that table. Double displacement reaction. The reaction in which there is mutual exchange of ions between the reactants are known as double displacement reaction. Here ions are involved. Example is Na2SO4, which is aqueous form, plus BaCl2, which is again in aqueous form, will give us BaSO4 plus, which is a solid, plus 2 NaCl, which is in aqueous form. Remember all these reactions because this is from your NCRT textbook and this can be picked up and asked for your exams. So these are very important. Study the ones which are in NCRT. Most of the time, those come for your exams. So please do those properly before jumping into any other further reaction. Now, precipitation reaction, you need to remember, is also a double displacement reaction. In certain chemical reactions, the insoluble substance which is formed is known as a precipitate. Therefore, this reaction is also known as precipitation reaction. This BaSO4, this example which we have seen here, is an example of precipitation reaction in which a white precipitate is formed in this reaction. The white precipitate is BaSO4. I hope you remember that BaSO4 is a white precipitate. Next, we move to oxidation and reduction reaction. Let us look at each one of them in detail to have a better understanding of them. Furthermore, you will also be asked, you'll be given different reaction, can be asked that which is the oxidant or which is what type of reaction it is, oxidation or redox reaction. Can be asked this kind of questions. So let's go through them in detail. The first one is oxidation. Oxidation is basically the addition of oxygen or non-metallic elements or removal of hydrogen or metallic element from a compound. Very simple definition: addition of oxygen or non-metallic elements or the removal of hydrogen or metallic elements from a compound. Elements or compounds in which oxygen or non-metallic element is added or hydrogen or metallic element is removed are known as are called to be oxidized. This is the repetition of the same thing. Now let us look at what is the meaning of oxidizing agent. Compounds which can add oxygen or a non-metallic compound or remove hydrogen or metallic element are known as oxidizing agents. It's the same thing put in other words. I hope you have understood. Now let us look at reduction. Reduction is the addition of hydrogen or metallic elements or the removal of oxygen or non-metallic element from a compound. These elements or compounds which undergo reduction are known to be reduced. What is a reducing agent? Compounds or elements which can cause reduction are known as reducing agents. There are very two simple definitions, and I will also be doing a video where I will be classifying these different reactions as oxidizing agent, oxidation reaction, reduction reaction, which is the reducing agent. I'll be doing a separate video. Do watch that out as well for a better understanding of this concept. What are redox reactions? The chemical reaction in which one reactant will get oxidized and the other will get reduced. It's known as redox reaction. In the name itself, in the word redox, you have both the words reduction as well as oxidation. There are two examples which are given in your NCRT, which is ZNO plus C will give us Zn plus CO. ZnO plus C will give us Zn plus CO. The next example is Fe, which is a solid, plus CuSO4, which is in aqueous forms. Fe will combine with SO4 and will give us FeSO4, which is in aqueous form, plus Cu, which is in solid form. I hope this was clear. Next, we move to exothermic and endothermic reaction. You must have heard of these reactions in your lower classes as well. 7th standard, you had the chapter physical and chemical changes. You must have heard it there. But let us do this again. What is an exothermic reaction? Exothermic reaction is a reaction in which heat is released along with the product. Example, I put some images here, but let us go through the examples in detail. That is respiration, decomposition of vegetables, snow formation in clouds, burning of a candle, rusting of iron, burning of sugar, that is caramelization, formation of ion pairs, reaction of strong acid and water, strong acids such as HCl and all with water, water and calcium chloride reaction. These are some of the examples. There are many more examples to this which you can write for your exams. Endothermic reaction. What is endothermic reaction? Endothermic means heat is absorbed in this reaction along with the formation of product. Examples are decomposition of silver chloride, sublimation of carbon dioxide, which is also known as dry ice, dissolving ammonium chloride in water, photosynthesis. This image here is of photosynthesis. It represents photosynthesis. And there are many more to this. Next, we move to neutralization reaction. Neutralization reaction is when an acid and a base they together combine to form salt and water. Let us take an example here. We have HCl. HCl plus HCl is a strong acid plus NaOH, which is a base. They will react to give NaCl plus water, H2. So when a strong acid and a base, they react and they form a salt plus water. I hope this was clear. This is a quick summary that I put in one slide. We had looked upon decomposition. Decomposition can be done in three ways. That is photolysis, by electrolytic decomposition, and the third way is through heat. So the reaction can be as AB that decomposes to give A plus B. That is, one compound will break and give us two products. The next reaction we have looked is combination, combining A plus B, they combine to give AB. When two or more substances join and they form one single product, AB is a single product. Single displacement or replacement we say. AB plus C will give AC, that is depending on your reactivity series, AC plus B. Atoms of an element swap with atoms of the second element in a compound. Double displacement. AB plus CD will give AD plus CB. Positive ion exchange between two compounds occur. I hope this was clear. This is all summarized in one slide. We have looked upon different reactions, and I want you to write down in the comment section what type of reaction this is. I would love to hear and know how much you have understood. So please make sure you write down the type of reaction in the comment section below. Also, name a few examples of chemical reactions that occur in real life and note them in the comment section below. So that was all for this video. If you liked this video and it was helpful to you, please don't forget to like, comment, share it with your friends, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. See you until the next time. Bye. Take care.